What's up, collective? What's going on? This is Divine Eye Mystic Tarot. Thank you guys for joining me. Listen, any sign can be significant. All right, this is a general reading, so only take what resonate. You got the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Two of Wands in reverse. When I split the deck, all right, the Two of Wands. Like somebody got it's something somebody not seeing because they were afraid to take this leap of faith, fear the unknown, whatever it is that they didn't do or wasn't prepared to do, like, or that they decided to do instead of, with this Ace of Swords in reverse. Whatever somebody was trying to do or wanted information on or wasn't getting or wasn't able to see something through, when it comes to their manifestations, whatever somebody was trying to communicate to the universe, speak into existence, like, because something wasn't happening fast enough, they tried to do something in the physical. Because something in the physical wasn't happening enough, so they're trying to manifest something. And they're not able to communicate like they want to. It's not getting across, to get what they want out of it. Okay? Whatever somebody's trying to manifest or trying to speak into, it ain't happening. Because whatever somebody in the physical realm, on this physical plane, is trying to do, it's not happening fast enough. Somebody's frustrated and anticipating, you know what I'm saying? Got a lot of anxiety, frustrated, a lot of tension build up because whatever they were not, whatever they were using to control the situation, or whatever control they had at one time, they don't have it now. So now, whatever they were using to manipulate a situation, whatever pull somebody used to have on another person, when it came to them being able to possibly love bomb and be able to get back, to where they were, or maybe, they were normally able to take this kind of action, and they got some type of, control out of the situation. They were able to keep something, going in their favor. Not anymore. Can't do it no more. Ace of Swords in reverse with the Two of Wands in reverse. So somebody frustrated with that right now. But let's see what's going on. You got the Queen of Pentacles. Empath. Somebody could work from home. Could be a homemaker. Somebody could have another job, where they work from home. They could have a 9 to 5 or something like that. Could work outside the home, but do something at home too that kind of brings you income. What else? Four of Pentacles. You could be saving money right now. Or somebody could be stubborn, not wanting to be flexible. Or they holding back or something like that. But it could be, the fact that someone's not willing to be flexible. Fixing their ways. Somebody could have breadcrumbed the Queen of Pentacles. You got the Hierophant. Four of Swords. Give me one more. 44 could be significant. 444 can be significant. Could be seeing an angel number. You got the sun. Some of you could be starting something new. And somebody asking questions with this Page of Swords. With this Four of Swords and this Page of Swords, it's like you could be protecting your peace right now, like recuperating, reevaluating, like reassessing some things, especially, when it comes to you or someone, like having some ideas, you know what I'm saying, that you're working on. You could have like some questions you want to, ask about certain things, or somebody wants to know what another person is doing, working on. Because it's a creative idea that somebody's like keeping close to their chest. You know what I'm saying? I almost want to say somebody, is trying to, I want to say, inquire about somebody's creativity, or like questioning what somebody doing for work. Got the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Like somebody still got some lessons to learn. They got some, cycles they need to close out, some experiences that, some situations that they in, cycles that need to close out, like before they take some type of action, before they come in to. So it's like somebody, having to collect more data. And this could be involving like some type of competition. Somebody scrambling, for work or jobs or something like that. They could be, battling what it is they want to do for work, or whatever somebody does, it may be a competitive market. You know what I'm saying? A competitive, category that they in, or whatever you do for work. It's like, there's a scramble for recognition. Because whatever it is like even with the sun out here, it's like somebody wanting to know like what they gonna do next, what else they got planned. With the sun and the Page of Swords, like somebody want to know like what somebody working on, what is they, because whatever it is, it's like you could be happy about it, you could be talking about it, you could have mentioned it, don't have to be, but whatever it is that is making you happy. Because I heard somebody say, I want to say today or yesterday, I remember somebody saying, when you find your bliss, and you can work in it, like you don't mind going through what you're going through, and it's something that you put a lot of love into because it's your bliss. When you find that thing that works for you, that you enjoy, and it brings you bliss to do it. You know what I'm saying? Just like being in love. Like when you find that thing that, your heart been desiring you to do, like you get your joy from doing that. You know what I'm saying? Being part of that, creating that, whatever it is. Nobody has to tell you how faithful to be to that, or how much of yourself to put into that, or how much you need to be aware of it or take away from it, not give to it. It's what you do. It's what you love to do. It's the joy you get from it. But I feel like, with this Queen of Pentacles, could be a multitasker. It could be a lot of things that you're into. It could be, somebody holding back, or somebody being stubborn, inflexible, possibly in a group, or, when it comes to some authority figure. Like somebody could be the leader of a group or the head of a business or something like that, organization or something. Or somebody could, be high ranking at what they do. Like somebody could really, be mostly followers in this group. You could have a lot of followers or something like that. But it's like somebody, could be being fixed in their ways. It's like somebody wanting to, like say you applying for a job, Queen of Pentacles. Or you wanting to be part of, a group of people in what they do. You know what I'm saying? Another community of people. But somebody's inflexible. I'm getting like the HOA or some shit. You know what I'm saying? It could be part of, somebody could work on the HOA. It could be some shit. I don't know. Listen. It's like somebody not wanting to work and they fixing their ways. They not willing to work with other people or a person, this Queen of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? And they not willing to get out of their ways or their beliefs or whatever. And it's like they'll hold back, you know what I'm saying, that need, because they use it as a way to control. That's why I was saying, because somebody can't get something one way, they trying another way because they, don't see something physically happening for them right now. And somebody going to be in for a surprise and possibly, one that they not going to see coming. Because of them, trying to do something another way, like underhandedly. Instead of them waiting on the answer from the divine or waiting on their spirit team to give them the green light. It's like somebody, can't wait for that. Or they not willing to, connect with the universe. Like somebody, either trying to keep somebody blocked from, confused as to, what's being said, what kind of communication is going on, or trying to keep them confused about what's being said, or how to see something so they don't make a sound decision. Ace of Swords in reverse. But with this four, like I said, with this Four of Pentacles and this Hierophant, it's like somebody not wanting another person to be on board. Like they using that as a way to control whether somebody because this Hierophant is giving me followers. Like you're gonna keep being a follower, you're gonna be, you're gonna stand in your power, think for yourself. What's the Four of Pentacles with the Hierophant? What's the Four of Pentacles with the Hierophant? Page of Cups. And if somebody was listening to another person, when it came to a star, you got the star at the bottom of the deck with the Queen of Cups in reverse. And the Two of Cups. It's like somebody had a star, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody sees somebody very attractive, you know what I'm saying? Even guided, even. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's very protected. But it's like a Queen of Cups in reverse is against, somebody giving somebody an offer. Because it's like somebody's a false person. With the lovers in reverse and the emperor in reverse, like, yeah, somebody is like a false person. Or they are emperor in reverse, like whoever this father figure is or this authority figure, somebody abusing their power. Because this is like a younger person coming, with a message of love, or somebody that's young at heart, or something like that, coming in with some type of message, you know what I'm saying, or a proposal. Especially if it's dealing with a job, you know what I'm saying. Like I said before it came out, it's like something you really want to do. You got a lot of passion for. You've been working on this. It's something that you've been waiting to do. You know what I'm saying? I've been waiting to do this. I've been, you know, it's like somebody coming in with that message, you know what I'm saying, that you, about something you love, something you really care about, or someone that really cares about you. And it's almost like, somebody wanting to give you some type of offer, but like, secretly. And even if it's, when you look at it outside of work, it's like somebody, kept somebody, a star, a secret. Like whatever connection or whatever, involvement they had with a Queen of Cups or something like this, like somebody, and they could not really get anything out of this situation, just something like, could be just sex, you know what I'm saying? But there's no emotion, they don't really feel anything loving toward this person that really holds them together, you know what I'm saying? That, is serious. Or they may have felt that in the beginning. Like somebody may have said, I didn't really get with this person in the hopes of falling in love with them, but I did. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody ended up catching feelings even though they wasn't intending on doing that. They, if they intended on just keeping something on the side, a secret because they had already given an offer to somebody or something like that, it's like, somebody breadcrumbed another person, you know what I'm saying, because of what, somebody's beliefs or what they were being told or how they was telling them to play something. So it's like this Page of Cups is like suppressed emotions even. You know what I'm saying? Something that they didn't even imagine, you know what I'm saying, not telling you at some point. They intended on telling you, but at this point it's like something that they may not be able to tell you because you kind of done cut ties with this person, or you have like done chose yourself in a situation, and now you're happy with that, and this person got some questions of concern. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to like what you doing. You know what I'm saying, who you with, or how do I approach this person now? How do I what if they don't want this? What if they done change their mind about how they feel, or what they wanted with me or something like that. Because with the star in reverse at the bottom of the deck, with the Queen of Cups in reverse, it's like somebody, and the Two of Cups. To the Lovers in reverse. Or somebody got involved with somebody else that they knew. It's like somebody keeping somebody a secret, that they want to give two of cups to someone. And if they walking away, from them. It's like something, yeah. Somebody breadcrumbed, you know what I'm saying, like held back from somebody based on what other people, kind of got involved in, or them letting other people, that were just onlookers, you know what I'm saying? And it's like other people weighed in on what somebody was doing when it came to, whatever actions they were telling this person to take. Whatever this authority figure or whatever, somebody that held, whoever they held in high regard, you know what I'm saying? And even if it's a job situation, it's like, somebody not, being fixed in their ways and not want to be flexible, being stubborn, you know what I'm saying? And somebody like feeling as though people in this group feel like if this person brings somebody else on board, they not gonna get the recognition they used to get. Like I mean, if you hire them and they look good, the star, like we ain't gonna be able to, you know, get nothing done. Especially if they find out you and that person, you got a thing for that person. So it's like somebody working with somebody that they keeping a secret. They got to keep, their involvement with this person, how they see this person, their feelings for this person, a secret. Because whoever they dealing with, all that's already there, or somebody already dealing with somebody that they, just with, for what they can get out of them. Because that person, digs them. You know what I'm saying? They don't too much really care for the person that they already involved with, or that they already got on board, or that they know does the same thing you do, or that you really enjoy doing. This person does it too, but they don't really care much about this person and this person feelings for them. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't have any intentions on having any feelings for this person. Or this person don't really have no feelings for them. It's like a masculine dealing with somebody that don't really have any feelings for them. It's just something sexual. You know what I'm saying? So they're not really getting, any emotion from this man. This man don't really even, you know what I'm saying? And even if they are, it's somebody else. There's a Queen of Cups that's only really getting something, only dealing with somebody because it's keeping them from somebody else. And they don't want to give this person any good advice. It could be a situationship. And it's like they don't, really, it don't even have to be a situationship. It could just be, somebody that they, a sister or something like that, that's telling them how to play something to go a certain route or something like that, or a big brother, you know what I'm saying? Somebody in this group that they hang out with or somebody that they talk to from time to time. Because Page of Swords, somebody communicating and having communication, back and forth with somebody too about possibly a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius when it comes to like you protecting your peace, minding your business. Somebody want to come in because there's no communication between you, and then you kind of done pull back, re-evaluating a situation, recuperating, healing. And somebody wants to know like what's going on. They want to know, you being silent, maybe too silent for them, and they want to come in and say something, but they don't know exactly like if they deserve, to do that, especially if you're not interested anymore, you're happy without them and shit like that with the sun out here. They don't know if somebody's making you happy because you're not talking to them and you're not backdooring them, you know what I'm saying, or like blowing them up or hitting them up no more like you used to or like they thought you would. Because whatever it is you're doing is like keeping you occupied. And whatever somebody was trying to tell somebody else to, however they were trying to tell somebody else to handle something, two of ones reverse because they were afraid of taking this leap of faith, or they had some type of control at some point when they were breadcrumbing you because of how you felt about them. You know what I'm saying? How you were giving to them. You're not giving to them anymore. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Like you're not, if this person ain't, you giving this person back what they gave you. And if they breadcrumbed you or ghosted you, you breadcrumbed this person, you ghosted them. Or you just went silent on them the same way they have done you in the past. You know what I'm saying? But it's like somebody keeping something from other people, when it comes to how they feel. So deep down, this person really, ended up falling for you and had some suppressed emotions. So they may want to come in and make you part of, they team or something like that, or, give you some kind of, what I'm saying, a cup of love, but it's like somebody, express their emotions to you, possibly propose to you, but it's, these people that somebody was a people pleaser that may have told this person, or supported this person being stuck in their ways and, being stubborn and flexible was something that they supported this person being like towards you. All because somebody in this group knows that you're attractive. Like somebody don't want another person. It's too much competition. You know what I'm saying? Somebody looks at you as, competition. And that you may get this offer. You know what I'm saying? This Two of Cups. And something may boot them out of the, equation with the Lovers in reverse. Or somebody want this Two of Cups, you know what I'm saying? And this person to miss out on this opportunity with a person. Because somebody's in Emperor in reverse right now. They could be an Emperor in reverse towards you right now, or they were. Like real grimy, you know what I'm saying? Abusing their power, you know what I'm saying? And not reciprocating what you were putting out. And I feel like now, this person could be, especially, when it comes to them wanting to come back around to avoid this tower because they were refusing to change. Mm-hmm. What's the Hierophant with the Page of Cups? What's the Hierophant with the Page of Cups? What about the Hierophant with the Page of Cups? Seven of Wands. Yeah, somebody may have went that route with a group or took, some advice from someone, you know what I'm saying, that was supposed to like, possibly get them good advice, or somebody they, don't think would steer them wrong or some shit like that, just being a follower. Like, I'ma just, you know what I'm saying, if they doing the shit, it's working for them, shit, let me do it. You know what I'm saying? But with this Hierophant and this Page of Cups, it's like somebody looking at how they may have, gotten to the point of thinking that that was something that they could do until it wasn't. Like, I'm gonna settle. I'm gonna just be this way. You know what I'm saying? Until you realize, you got to face whatever challenges something come with. Yeah. Because it's like somebody know whatever they did, they didn't want to have to face. You know how somebody know if we're going through a divorce. Just using that as an example. We're going through a divorce or somebody saying, listen, I don't even want to go through no divorce. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of want to separate. You do your thing, I'm going to do mine. Or we just go on like, none of this shit happen and just, fake it till we make it. You know what I'm saying? And then you get to the point where you're saying, the tension is still there. But then you get to the point of saying, only reason why I'm doing this because I don't want to be faced with the fact I got to relive, my actions. I got to hear about this infidelity. I got to hear about every occasion that this person got proof that I, was unfaithful. You know what I'm saying? That I broke our vows. You know what I'm saying? Like I did things, and kept them in secret that done hurt this person or done mess up my, my end of the contract. Because marriage, hey, in this today's world, the way people want you to look at marriage is a business contract. Okay? So if you renege on your end of the contract, then when we go for this divorce, this is what we sitting here disputing is your actions. I might want to talk about that, relive that moment, those moments. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting that beginning of Wedding Crashers when they were talking about, what about the frequent flyer miles? I want them. I earned those miles. Yeah, flying something with your hoard. Saying, so it's like, eventually they had to say, you get some, she gets some, we all get, somebody glass half full. Like you got to meet each other halfway. Because both of y'all played a part in something, you know what I'm saying, that you clearly don't want to work out, or don't want each other over now. So might as well, try to make the best out of whatever is ending in the first place and just split up or give the other person what they want so you can go on peacefully and, you can get in bed with so-and-so whenever you want to, unprotectedly if you want to, without your wife, being your wife still and having to hear about that. Don't you want to be able to be with this person, like they say, wedding crashers. Don't you want to be able to be with this person without, your wife finding out about it and you getting a third degree? Okay, so go ahead and sign the papers. So it's like that. Like somebody could be going through that, but it's like, with this Hierophant in the Page of Cups, it's like someone got okayed at some point, like got complacent, like, feeling like this is how something is, all the time. Like, man, I ain't finna do that. Like if I run from my problems, I do this. I hold back. I break people's heart. You know what I'm saying? That really care. I'm running from my emotions. Not wanting to take action, not wanting to be responsible for my actions, my emotions, and how I'm hurting somebody. So shit, let me, I don't want to have to face that. But at some point, somebody got to face their challenges. You know what I'm saying? They got to face it head on instead of running from it. You know what I'm saying? Deal with whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? And see something through. Trust the process. You know what I'm saying? 7 of Wands, you got the 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck with the Knight of Swords in the first. Because somebody know they can't come in, being passive. You know what I'm saying? And all, they're going to lose that aggressiveness, that that must ass like fast forward movement, swift action, like come in to make some changes and be all aggressive about it. Like, listen, that I wanted this. You know what I'm saying? You did this, I did that, such and such, and it's like, no, you can't go in there with that shit. I don't want to hear about the past. And you can't do that shit either. You can't do that shit either. You know, and they feel like, you gonna be stuck on the past. When it comes to them, it's something they gonna have to face. Not 7 of Wands. Like they know you gonna. It's they time now to face whatever they done did, because they may have been in some broken connections. 3 of Swords. They may have had some past situations that, they didn't give to, or they went this route with, and this one time somebody now like, damn man, I shouldn't have did that person like that. Like something hit different when they did it to you. Especially if they see that you didn't fight, you didn't, put up a fuss or nothing like that. When you walked away, ended things, like they didn't hear, no kind of nothing online where you going back and forth, or, posting this, or, trying to out them about that, defame their character. You didn't do none of those things other people did. You just peacefully walked away, ended things. Or you let something go the way it had, the way something ended, you just went with the flow, you know what I'm saying, and moved on gracefully. But it's one of them things where they not satisfied with, the route they went, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to this group of people, you know what I'm saying, or however, folks got involved, or however some other people, felt about them being with you. It's like somebody saying, shit, listen, if I keep, listening at how and what y'all don't want me to, who y'all think ain't for me, or who y'all think I should treat this way and shit like that, I ain't gonna be with nobody. I can't say everybody like that. Everybody ain't out to get me. You know what I'm saying? Man or woman. Clarify this Page of Swords. What are they asking these questions for? Who wants to know what's going on? What's this Page of Swords? So somebody could be asking themselves, a bunch of, like facing their inner demons, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to them, looking at the things that they know, questioning themselves about the things that they, could have did better. Like, why would I do this? You know what I'm saying? Looking at the root of their problem, because at the end of the day, shit, if they had some insecurities, if they had some ideas, that they wanted to, come towards you and express, saying like, hey, I really want to do this. I see us, this, and this, but I don't know if they want this. They could be having this, like, what if they don't want this shit? They could be talking to themselves like, why, I done did all this. So-and-so done did me like this. So-and-so did like that. Now I done did this person like this. Like, shit, why, these, what I'm saying, this Page of Swords could be them dealing with their inner demons. You know what I'm saying? The things that they know kind of may have led them to, do what they do or treat you the way they did when you didn't deserve that. What's the Page of Swords? Clarify the Page of Swords. They could be going, they could be conversing with somebody else, asking about this. What's the Page of Swords? Like, they must be with somebody else, or they with somebody else now. Have they moved on? Or, is it really over between us? That kind of thing, what if I go toward them and they don't want this? They already happy with the Sun on here. Like, they already doing something they love. They already working on something that makes them happy. Like, they already doing something. Especially if there was an offer somebody wanted to give you and they didn't, and they didn't give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Based on the fact that other people there didn't want to see you coming, into the mix, because this person they know finds you to be attractive. They know this person probably going to find you to be attractive and shit like that, and you got some good creative ideas, but it's like, why do I want to, don't bring that person on, because, I can do this better than them, I'm as good as them, or something like that, just because they don't want that competition. Somebody don't want that to be, get in the way of them getting that recognition from somebody that they used to get. It's like somebody don't want a past person, or they don't want somebody that is a good partner, a good business person that you can work with, that you can collab with, that you may work well with. But it's like, even if it's a family thing and they want you to be part of, another, their friend group or something like that, or somebody, wanting to bring you in, introduce you to but it's like, these friends don't feel like, this person should do that, you know what I'm saying, if it's going to take away from, the attention and them listening to this group of people. Like if they feel like they going to lean more on what you say, that you got a heavy influence, or you going to be influential to this person, and it's going to change them Four of Pentacles, from being in this Four of Pentacles, you know what I'm saying, it's going to change somebody's way of thinking. And they ended up doing it anyway because they don't want it to be something that keep them from being with you, and you move on. It's like now they still end up happy. What's this Page of Swords about? What's the Page of Swords about? Two of Pentacles. Somebody want to make a decision, prioritizing, putting their priorities in order, time management, knowing what they want to put time into, trying to figure out, like, juggling, options, when it comes to what they could have been juggling you, or they trying to Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. If they want to know, why would I juggle this person, you know what I'm saying, and what if I, go this route and they don't want that? Two of Pentacles. If they don't want that with me no more, you know what I'm saying? There's a new beginning here, a new love offer. It's something, coming in towards you, the divine giving you something, more. Restoring whatever, was lost, whatever was manipulated, whatever was, unjustly took from you, you know what I'm saying, by way of somebody not going into, hermit, to look at something, from their own perspective. With this Hermit in reverse. And instead of somebody looking within, if they wanted to know who to give a Two of Cups to, somebody, all they had to do was go in hermit and, work on themselves, do some self-reflecting. What makes you happy? What makes you happy? What brings you to that point, that you feel like, regardless of what I got to go through with this person, it's not going to be, that person ain't that damn bad. I don't see myself, being able to live with that. I feel like that can change, you know what I'm saying, the more, we put our, time and our effort into something. But if something is so toxic that another person don't want to take accountability enough to work on it and, admit to it, you know what I'm saying, so that you and them can work together on it, possibly with a therapist, you know what I'm saying, or be able to come to some type of common ground where it is an issue and it's something that you do not want that to be an issue, that keeps you in this person or another person, or a job or anything else from a distance from you because you refuse to make some changes, you know what I'm saying, that can still land you the job or the person or the lifestyle that you want. All you got to do is make a few changes. It's not the end of the world. The world is evolving all the time, and change is going to happen even if you don't sign up for it, even if you're not ready for it. It's going to happen. But these curiosity questions, you know what I'm saying, that somebody got some ideas of what they want to do. They want to come in, tell you what they want to work on. What I know, to be true. This is, why I did what I did, not saying it was right, but you didn't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? And they could be juggling, their options of, what they need to put their energy, their time into. But whether if they were juggling you with somebody else or, trying to figure out, like, do I put more time into the collective or do I put more time into this situation? Do I focus more on my money or do I need to focus more on the collective? It's something like that. Like somebody, was trying to balance out, find some balance here. What should I have been given more time to? You know what I'm saying? And this person could want to know if you were juggling them or, if you're, getting their priorities together when it comes to this Two of Swords. Because somebody don't know if you, want something new with them. Like if you're even, yeah, somebody don't know if you want something new. They know you want something new, but this new love opportunity, new beginnings and shit like this. Like somebody don't know if you want that with them anymore. Especially if they refuse to look within with the Hermit in reverse. What's the Page of Swords with the Two of Pentacles? What's the Page of Swords with the Two of Pentacles? If I the Page of Swords with the Two of Pentacles. Yeah. Knight of Swords in reverse. Scorpio, Gemini energy. Somebody know they can't come in and be, passive with you. They're gonna have to leave that aggressiveness, you know what I'm saying, or some type of lifestyle or something like that they thought, was better for them or something like that. Whatever they were, so aggressively trying to go toward, work toward or whatever, like they're gonna have to leave that shit in the past and focus on what it is, that really makes them happy. Because I feel like, them not coming towards you to find out for sure, how something, can go is gonna leave somebody, with some um I would say repercussions, like somebody's consequences. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's gonna leave somebody with a lot of deep regret. It's like putting off what you can do today. Why put off what you can? Why put off something to tomorrow what you can do today? So when it comes to them, wanting to know what you want, if you still want this, you'll never know if you don't take action, to go do it instead of, holding the past, you know what I'm saying, over somebody's head, or making, the situation look like because you can't come at it the way you want to, then I don't want it then. So, but I feel like, if they don't, go towards something and take some type of action toward it and say something, you know what I'm saying, ask them questions, or you're not gonna know. It's gonna be, something that they really gonna regret not doing. Like they're not gonna like the outcome or something. Like if they were trying to manifest, something back with you, like they're gonna have to use their throat chakra. Like somebody gonna have to activate their throat chakra. They gonna have to, speak up, and that's possibly why they, being blocked by the universe, or you got them blocked, or both, because somebody needs to, start utilizing their communication skills and develop healthier communication skills. The Temperance, like they're gonna have to find better solutions, to resolve their issues other than, going backwards and, getting into some type of fixed mindset or ways, being stubborn, and inflexible, don't want to work with a person, you know what I'm saying, but listen to or use that as a way to like compare, like indirective activity, you know what I'm saying, like treating somebody unfairly, off the fact that they triggered something in you that you went through with somebody else. And it's like, however they did somebody else, they doing you that way. And vice versa. There's, some feminists that will, try to do it to other person the way they did other people. But what if that person didn't deserve that being done that way? And it could have been more handled in a better a better way. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this is, somebody having some serious repercussions behind something that they don't. It's like if they don't think they still need to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they're trying to avoid some type of work or some type of risk. You know what I'm saying? So whatever work they got to put into something, they're going to have to, go towards it. You know what I'm saying? Like this 7 of Wands. Like they're going to have to face whatever challenges it comes with if they want to know. Like they're going to have to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? And they could be trying to figure out, if they go this route, am I willing to take another job, do I need to, get another stream of income? They could be juggling that, or they could be juggling that with other options. You know what I'm saying? They could be juggling you and, possibly trying to figure out, if they want to get another, another stream of income. Do I need to invest in this right here? But it's prioritizing, like, being mindful of, what they put their energy into, But it's like somebody asking curiosity questions like, do they have somebody else? Are they interested in me still? Because now somebody feel like they could possibly be juggled. And instead of them, going to see if you still want to be with them so they don't get juggled. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to know if that person's still interested, go see. But you can't go in and try to bring up, whatever you felt for them or whatever they had, whatever you and this person used to have in the past. You can't go in there, bring that shit up as a way to like, try to persuade them to go your route. You know what I'm saying? Or go, with you for this reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to keep from avoiding the work. Got the 5 of Swords at the bottom of the deck now, but yeah, the Star and the 8 of Cups. I'm telling you, like this person, gonna have to, go and find out for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Go and ask some questions that they, want to know, that they're curious about. They're gonna have to come at you. You know what I'm saying? They know they can't just come in and bring up, past shit. You know what I'm saying? And try to be aggressive towards you like they did in the past. Or, be all over like some type of materialistic, way of, doing something, or, trying to have something just on the, thinking only on the materialistic ring, surface level kind of shit. Like, go toward whatever it is and face whatever challenges something come with, you know what I'm saying? Put in the work. Or there's going to be some serious repercussions behind not doing this. Just to avoid the action you need to take. Like, you're not going to be able to, just because you can't come in the way you want to and express something the way you want to, it's like you're trying to avoid the action that need to be taken anyway, like finding an excuse not to do something. When there's going to be some serious consequences behind it, you know what I'm saying? Somebody going to regret they did that shit, like 7 of Swords, 5 of Swords at the bottom of the deck with the Star and the 8 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, like somebody need to build up their fucking confidence. To, get out of that childlike, mindset towards stuff, you know what I'm saying, that they ain't used to doing. Somebody used to manipulating, how somebody feel about them and running from their emotions, somebody else's emotions for them. But when it's time to face who they really care about and their own emotions for somebody that they wasn't expecting to have, like they don't know what to do with that. They don't even trust it. That's crazy. Because somebody see you happy. You know what I'm saying? They see whatever. If it's a job, they see you enjoying what you're doing. Clarify the sun. Clarify the sun. What's the sun? Two of Cups. Even if you had to choose yourself, you happy. Even if they didn't choose you. Even if you and this person didn't end up together. Even if they didn't give you a Two of Cups, you still chose yourself in a situation. But there's also that perspective of somebody sees that, there's something between you and them that they know that they can be happy with. There's happiness there between you and this person. They know that there's some type of magnetic, attraction between you two. They got the Ace of Swords in reverse. The Eight of Swords in reverse. Gemini energy. And if they felt like, if they gave you an offer or something like that, it's probably going to, upset someone, that they walked away from. But whoever they walking away from, or whatever they walking away from, whatever is going on now, it's going to get worse. Mm-hmm. Eight of Swords in reverse with the Lovers in reverse. Because I feel like, whoever somebody walked away from, the Lovers in reverse, if things between them, wasn't working out, or was, kind of toxic or karmic in some way, it's going to get worse, and they know it. And coming towards you, juggling you, you know what I'm saying, with this person, and they choose you, it's like somebody may not want to choose you because they know it's going to come with whatever situation they got going on with this person may get worse. Just because of who you are. And that alone, is not something that they want to disturb your peace with, and you protecting your peace too at the same time. Because somebody see without you, you happy. Without them, you are happy. And somebody know if they give you this Two of Cups offer, they would be happy with you. They will. But it's like they may not want to come in, they may be trying to hold off or curious, to as if you come in. Or there's somebody that is curious about whoever this Eight of Swords is, this low vibrational Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Like somebody could be in, questioning whether this Four of Pentacles, whoever this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is, Aries, Leo, Sag is, whoever this fire sign is, it's like somebody was breadcrumbing you at one time, holding back, but they, could be prioritizing now, making a decision. And it's somebody wanting to know what their decision is. Somebody want to know what their decision is because they can't go toward this person, aggressively and shit like that, because it's going to be some serious repercussions. Like, I feel like a past person is walking away from somebody that is, curious about who they involved with, or who they going toward, who they gonna pick. What are they doing? What are their decisions? You know what I'm saying? Because somebody may be keeping it to themselves. Like somebody keeping they, they decisions and their choices to, close to their chest. Because they making, some type of plans, you know what I'm saying? And keeping it to themselves is like a lot of indirect communication, but it's some action somebody taking Five of Swords, behind the scenes. Like they formulating something, keeping something to themselves. And they juggling, possibly, what they want to do, or how, if you still want this with them, if you still want this with them, am I willing to change, jobs, will I need another stream of income, what would that stream of income be? Things like that. And it's like somebody with this Knight of Swords in reverse, it's like a lifestyle that somebody was aggressively going towards. It's like something that they, gonna have to put behind them. Like something this is the reason why somebody now is having to juggle some type of income, because they having to put, that passive, mindset that they had when it was on this materialistic plane. You know what I'm saying? Ace of Swords in reverse when I split the deck. Like somebody's mindset was on a materialistic level. You know what I'm saying? And with the Two of Wands, it kept them from making a decision to take a leap of faith, to go, discover the unknown. Like, actually make a decision instead of being indecisive about where something can go if I go this route. If I don't have this kind of lifestyle, then what I'm going to be doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what purpose do I have? You know what I'm saying? How that's going to look. Don't worry about that. If that's not what you want to do, if you having a hard time trying to, get what you're looking for that way, that's probably not how you get that. You know what I'm saying? That's not really where your happiness is at. You can get all that and still not be happy. Ten of Pentacles. Like, you can have all that and not be happy. I mean, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Like, you could be, have a stable foundation, but it could also feel like, you haven't, it can feel like your success is like, you're not getting the best out of it because you don't have that one void filled. What good is a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? I guess that's how they go. But it's like somebody feeling as though, if they communicate with you, if they, because the Eight of Swords, can have somebody trapped, but it's like, somebody, like it's like something that, may be difficult approaching, that somebody don't see coming, you know what I'm saying? And it may be some type of nasty altercation that might come from this, but it's something that they're going to have to be prepared for if they give you this offer, because it may, cross, some people, catch some people off guard. It may piss some people off. Some people may cut their ass off. You know what I'm saying? Whatever situation it is could get worse. Whatever's wrong can get worse. Or sometimes, whatever it is that they, done called off, or whatever they, trying to avoid, for whatever reasons, the repercussions of something gonna get worse because they didn't do something, especially if this is a divine contract. Like if somebody refusing to change, what's the Four of Swords? Clarify the Four of Swords. What's the Four of Swords about? Clarify the Four of Swords. Seven of Cups. The Six of Cups in reverse. Kind of want to lay something to rest or call some type of truce to a situation with this Seven of Cups. Got the Six of Cups in reverse. So somebody, having to want to make new memories. Somebody don't, they want to lay something, this wishful thinking of what they, not knowing what their purpose is, or going toward, their purpose in the wrong way, looking for you and other people, or looking for, some type of peace, or, some type of stability, or, some type of rest. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody want to bring something to rest. Bring some type of peace to a situation after them, with this wishful thinking. Like somebody, was not, Yeah, somebody, had a lot of options. They had a lot of, things that was only distractions. And it's like now, they having to, reestablish themselves, you know what I'm saying? Make new memories. Because right now, this person kind of, looking at the fact that they need to put the past behind them and leave, a lot of the things that they used to being around, being like, behind. Like somebody gonna have to leave the past behind. Make new friends, you know what I'm saying? Change their environment. Or somebody, is, recuperating from possibly being juggled, you know what I'm saying? Being an option to somebody, you know what I'm saying? And wanting to make new memories. Especially when it comes to somebody possibly, thinking that they had some type of control over a situation when they really, had too many cycles open, too much going on. And the only thing they were getting out of this was a sexual, satisfaction. Like, that's it. Like, nobody, they wasn't getting anything emotional out of it. What's the Four of Swords with the Seven of Cups? Clarify the Four of Swords with the Seven of Cups. Ten of Wands in reverse. What did I say? Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn at the bottom of the deck. Like somebody, releasing themselves, from whatever burden, right now somebody burdened and weighed down, but it's anything that don't bring, purpose or value to your life, you know what I'm saying, it's not there to make your life better or is improving your quality of life and your, your vision. You need to get the fuck on down, let it go. I don't give a damn who is involved in, because Ten of Pentacles in reverse, this is like somebody having what they need, you know what I'm saying, having, the money, the stability, the good home, a nice car, something like that. But it's like, it doesn't feel like you made it, made any type of progress if you feel as though, like, I got the money I need, you know what I'm saying? I got the home, stuff like that, but I don't have that stable foundation that I felt like, this was going to get me. Ten of Wands in reverse. Like somebody weighed down, burdened by a lot of the things, the circumstances that came with them having this Seven of Cups, all these other distractions, these other options. And they still had some lessons to learn with this Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Wands in reverse, Two of Wands in reverse. I'm telling you, somebody was not in alignment for what they were trying to achieve. Like, you cannot, on a spiritual, in the spirit realm, it is as above, so below. But you have to make the changes in the physical sense. On this earthly plane, you have to make it make sense. What's the Four of Cups with the Ten of Wands in reverse? I mean, what's the Seven of Cups with the Ten of Wands in reverse? What's the Seven of Cups with the Ten of Wands in reverse? Got the Devil in reverse and the Hangman. I'm telling you, person got to release themselves. They freeing themselves of these addictions. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they felt like they were bound to, whatever these beliefs were, whatever lifestyle or whatever, they at one time was using that as a way, this materialistic mindset, how they saw things, how they had all this support of other people, having all these contracts open with different people that had all kind of, strings attached, ill intent, as far as what they wanted to get out of the situation with them. And this person gaining a new perspective, you know what I'm saying, turning over a new leaf. They don't want to, it's like, even if somebody had a lot of options and put themselves in a situation where they had to juggle all these different people, all these different options, all these different things that they were given, unlimited time to. Somebody had like an unlimited plan, to keep giving us something just because it was, they were able to do it. Like these people they could have been, having access to people, things, that really just, they invested in a lot of time and money and they feelings, into what they thought these things was, going to bring for them. And it's unnecessary commitments, unnecessary drama, you know what I'm saying? And the things dealing with each one of these people is something that they ended up being called upon, you know what I'm saying, being part of. They had nothing to do with them. These 10 of Wands, this person being weighed down with all these different circumstances, like they put themselves in these, now this person want to be at peace. They want to, come to some type of truth. They want some type of, work something out with you, because what they thought they was getting by having all these other distractions only just really weighed them their ass down. All because they felt like that was, what they needed to keep giving to. But they freeing themselves for that shit now, even the mindset. Like, I'm trying to keep up with the Joneses, but the Joneses ain't even studying my ass. Getting that new perspective, turning over a new leaf. Four of Cups in reverse with this Ace of Wands in reverse. Because somebody done lost passion for another person, especially when it comes to the fact that it caused the ending between you and them. And what they know they could have had with you, 10 of Cups. Especially if you got to this 10 of Cups without them. Like somebody want to go on this adventure now, you know what I'm saying? They feeling like, shit, I had to... Somebody got to rediscover themselves, you know what I'm saying? They got to go and figure out, like, what really makes them happy. You know what I'm saying? Be honest about that. Go explore that. You know what I'm saying? Fear the unknown. Finding out exactly, what makes you happy. Start going toward that instead of what it, what other people expecting you to do or what you think happiness is. So whoever this is, like, what's their actions moving forward? What does my collective need to expect moving forward in this situation? Like, what's the outcome of this situation? What's the outcome moving forward in this situation? What's the outcome moving forward in this situation? Future outcome of this situation moving forward. Ace of Cups. New opportunity, new love, beginning. So you got a new love offer or a new love opportunity, coming in. Somebody was a false twin flame film, told you. The next card after that, devastation. Somebody gonna be devastated. Eight of Swords in reverse. What was worse gonna get worse, and it's like somebody anticipating that. They anticipating that. King of Swords in reverse. Somebody can't come towards somebody on that passive shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever lifestyle they used to have, whatever this false twin flame film had going, whatever lifestyle somebody provided them, they can't have it no more with this Ace of Swords, with this Knight of Swords in reverse. They can't come towards that no more. They can't, whatever lifestyle they used to have with this person, they're going to be devastated because they can't do this no more. They ain't going to have that no more. That is a wrap. I'm going to end it here. You guys, make sure you do something nice for someone today. That's up to you. You know what I'm saying? There's a false twin, flame film. Somebody was, a false person to your person. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they have to, play their part and take accountability for their part in this situation too. Because somebody didn't want another person, to see exactly, who somebody else was. Because that made them, they put them into question. Like, who is this person? You know what I'm saying? Who was this child? But as an empath, you may have felt, what you felt for this person. And, especially when they going through something that they not telling you. Or they dealing with things that they, feel like they can't control, even though they not doing very good at it. And as an empath, you kind of struggle, you feel people struggle, even if they ain't telling you about it. Okay, if somebody feel like they gotta tell you a lie because they don't, they don't know what your response gonna be if they tell you the truth, you can feel that. Hell, I do. Let me go. You guys, make sure you do something nice for someone today, even if you don't know them. Make sure you hit that like, that subscribe button on your way out. And as always, those of you that genuinely love me, know that I love you too. Bye.